Hey guys, Happy New Year! Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, what's up? My name is vianney.strick. Thank you so much for being here. As you can see by the title, today we're going to start off the year with a full face of NYX. I love doing full face of different brands. I know you guys love them too, and the last time I did a full face of NYX was a while ago, so I wanted to update it with some new products that I love, and then also some new products that I'm going to try out today. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join my squad. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, I feel like my background looks so empty, even though there's like stuff behind there, but because I took away all my Christmas decorations, now it just feels empty, but it's okay. I like the clean look. So there are some products from NYX that are brand new that came out before I bought these products for this video, but I did purchase the brand new arrivals from NYX, and I'm gonna save those for a video to talk about all the new drugstore makeup. So watch out for that. So I think I'm gonna start out with the face today. I'm very excited about this foundation, so I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we can get started. Okay, so let's start out with primer. So the primer that I'm going to be using today is this one. This is the NYX Professional Makeup, the Marsh Mellow Primer. Now, I know that this has been it kind of went viral when it first came out, and then it went viral on TikTok. I did get the travel size one because this primer is kind of expensive. It's literally like $17, which is crazy. As much as I do like it, I don't see the hype other than the fact that it smells really good. It smells like marshmallows, and it is like smoothing, and it looks really pretty on the skin. It doesn't feel dry at all. It's actually pretty hydrating, and it creates a really nice base, but for $17, I just can't justify it. So I do like the primer. As you can see, it's like smoothing my skin while still leaving luminosity. It feels nice and creamy, and it smells really nice, but I can definitely get this kind of effect with other primers. So I do really like it, but do I think you should purchase it, especially at $17? Probably not, but if you do want to try it, I do think you would like it. I just want to say that my skin tone is the lightest it is all year round, and so I did do self-tanner because this foundation is pretty dark. I did buy it a while ago, but I think it will match my neck. I think we can make it work. So let's just move on to foundation, because this I actually haven't tried, and I also see it going viral on TikTok. So this is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. I do have the shade Beige. This foundation is $15, and it does claim to be a lightweight, waterproof, transfer-proof, full coverage foundation. So it's supposed to be a matte finish, long wearing, humidity proof. It's supposed to be suitable for normal oily combination and sensitive skin types. Again, I do have the shade Beige, and you know, color matching online is just really hard. Ooh, as you can see, it is runny, but it's definitely not like super liquidy. Can we focus, please? Thank you. So I'm gonna dot it on one half of my face first so we can kind of see the difference. This is looking so yellow. I cannot believe I did that, but honestly, with like bronzer, I feel like I can make almost any foundation shade work. But I will say it is feeling pretty like lightweight. Oh my god, this is yellow. It's yellow on me. Okay, so far I'm actually really liking it. Oh my god, I look yellow. I'm gonna make it work. So far, actually, I'm really liking it though. It gave me a good medium coverage with such a lightweight formula. It really is like super thin. It's not super liquidy, but it is super thin. And so far, it looks really good. And you can kind of still see a little bit of the glow from that marshmallow primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face, and I will zoom you guys in so you guys can get a closer look. Look how beautiful this foundation looks. It's interesting because it does look like a full coverage foundation, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey. I usually tend to avoid full coverage foundations for that reason. And this is still looking like skin, but I know that I have a lot of coverage on, so that's pretty cool. We'll see how it wears. I'm gonna go ahead and add some cream contouring to the face. I don't have any from NYX. I wasn't planning on shade matching myself so badly, but I am going to add it on just so that hopefully it kind of makes more sense, and then we can go ahead and apply some concealer. See how just adding some like cream bronzer kind of starts evening out a little bit. I do think the more we do our makeup, the more it'll even out. Again, I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna wear my turtleneck like this. Let's move on to concealer. So this is a new purchase for me, but I have tried it before. We're doing the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I do have the shade Golden, and when I tried it, I really did like it, but I think I'm gonna let it sit under my eyes a little bit just so that I can get the most coverage. So with a brush, I'm just going to kind of tap it and put it in the usual places. This shade might look a little bit bright because of the foundation shade that I do have, but this shade is actually really nice with my regular correct foundation shade. By the way, this concealer is $11, and the claims are that it's a medium coverage concealer and a skincare serum for face and body. It's supposed to be hydrated, made for under eye circles, dry patches, skin-living ingredients. It's supposed to give a smooth, natural finish with a lightweight feel, and it's supposed to be an easy, mess-free application. Alright, and that is what it looks like blended out. Again, this might look a little bit ashy with this foundation, but this shade's actually really nice and like yellow toned. I actually really do like this concealer. I don't really reach for it a lot because I'm a full coverage kind of girl, but I do think that if you're looking for a medium coverage concealer that is not drying, doesn't look cakey, it looks natural and healthy, I do think you guys would enjoy this. Even though I don't reach for this product as much, I do think it's a really good product at a good price range. And we're going to go ahead and set it with powder. Now, the product we're going to be using to set is actually one of my favorites. It is the NYX Professional Makeup Can't Stop, Won't Stop Mattifying Powder. I have the shade medium. I love this powder. It's actually my best makeup of the year video, but I really like it to set my face with it and to kind of blur my pores. I don't really use it to set my under eyes, but today we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna set the concealer, but I'm telling you guys, the magic happens when you put this powder like over your pores. It's insane. I do think it's a little bit thick for my under eyes, but for the face, this is such a nice powder. It really does mattify, but it's not drying. So even if you have dry skin, I do think that you can get away with using this. This actually set my concealer really, really nicely. So I do like the way it's looking. I might start using it more for under my eyes because it does look really nice. I think I would get the translucent version though for under the eyes, and then this for the face. But this powder is absolutely amazing. Make sure you purchase this. For bronzer, we're going to be using something new for me, I think. This is the NYX Matte Bronzer. Now, I have loved the matte bronzer from NYX for years, but I did notice that they changed the packaging, so I don't know if they changed the formula or not, or if they just kind of revamped it. I did get the shade Deep Tan because I believe that's the shade I used to always get. It looks the exact same, so hopefully it is. It's supposed to just be a matte bronzer, but looking at it right now, the shade I used to have was definitely a lot more warm tone. This is a little bit cool tone for me, but let's just try it out. It's all about the formula, so I'm gonna go ahead and stamp it on my face. The good thing is that we already have that cream bronzer. This is almost looking like a blush on me. Do you guys notice that? I mean, it looks really pretty, but I don't know if I would want to use this to really like warm up my whole face. But I am liking it as a blush. It's going on so smoothly, so pigmented, yet so blendable, and it is completely matte. I really, really think it looks gorgeous on the skin, but I will say the shade for me is definitely not for me because see how kind of red and cool tone it is instead of like orangey and golden? I prefer something more like golden, and this is just looking kind of like a blush, and it doesn't help that we have a very golden foundation as well. So as much as I do really like the formula, if you are my skin tone and you like bronzers like me, like my favorite bronzer is the Benefit Whole Like Caramel. If you like bronzers like that, this is definitely not the shade for you, but the formula is amazing. So if you do find a shade that you like, I highly recommend it. I think it's the exact same formula as it used to be, and it's really, really pretty. Okay, so for blush, I do have two blushes. I have tried both and I really love them both. First, we're going to do a little bit of cream, then a little bit of powder. So for the cream, I have seen this kind of go viral on TikTok, which is cool. It's the Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint Blush Mousse in the shade Nude Tude. Because we do have powder already, I'm going to quickly spray my face with a setting spray just to kind of make it easier to blend because it is a mousse formula. This is definitely more of a nude shade, and I actually really like this formula. If you have more like oily skin, I feel like this is a good one for you. Even if you have normal to dry skin, you would like this, but because it is a mousse formula, it has a velvety finish, and so this is not going to be like greasy or like super dewy or anything like that, so I really like it for that reason. So you can apply it straight to the face, or if you don't want to blend it too hard, you can definitely just do it like I am and just kind of doing it on the brush first. Okay, and to set that, I'm going to be using the NYX Sweet Cheeks Matte Creamy Powder Blush. They do have matte ones as well as luminous ones. This is in the shade Bang Bang. Bang Bang, Bang Bang. It's really pigmented, so definitely going with more of like a fluffy brush and a light hand. And because we already have that cream, I'm just gonna lightly set it. This is a really, really pretty blush. It's definitely more of like a plummy mauve shade, and it's really beautiful on its own. You definitely don't need to double up on these blushes, but I actually love them both. This is definitely more of a new find for me, and I absolutely love it, and I think it's really pretty for winter. It gives you more of like that plummy kind of berry tone without being too bright. We are blushed. I know it looks like a lot. It always looks like a lot until you finish your makeup, and then it looks normal, so keep that in mind. So let me zoom you guys in just a little bit more, and we're gonna focus, and we're gonna be doing the eyebrows. So if you guys watch my channel, you know my ride or die products from NYX are the brow glue as well as the lift and snatch. So first we're gonna go in with the NYX the brow glue. I love this. This is just like my everything. I do like other brow gels as well, but I just can't let go of this one. I love the formula. It's like really gooey, but it dries down really, really nice. It hardens the brows, but not in an uncomfortable way. The spoolie is really small, so you can really get in there and really just place all the hairs wherever you want. The only thing about this brow glue, it really just comes down to personal preference, but for me, I prefer it dry before I go in with the brow pen. So I like to add the brow glue before I do my eyeshadow, and then by the time I'm done with my eyeshadow, I'll go in with a brow pencil or a brow pen, and that way it's not like gooey anymore. By the way, the new brow gel that came out, it's like the Lift and Snatch tinted one. I did buy that, and I will try that out in the next video. So for eyeshadow, again, I did buy the new palette that came out, but I also bought this one for this video. It looked really, really pretty. This is called the Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette, and in the shade Warm Neutrals. So this was $18. I don't know, I just feel like with NYX, the price does get pretty high, but I have no idea about this palette. I don't really see a lot of people talking about it anymore. I do think it's a really beautiful shade range, except it's called Warm Neutrals, but to me, I don't know, I see a lot of cool tones. I see more purples, cool tone brown, more maroons, so for me, it's not like my perfect warm neutral kind of palette, but it's okay. I still think it's beautiful. I will say the shimmers look very, very lackluster. They just look like glimmery shadows, but they don't look glittery. So first I'm just gonna grab this shade and kind of just put it as my transition shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add this to the crease and the outer corner. And so far it's actually pretty pigmented. I wasn't expecting so much pigment from that shade. So let's go ahead and use this. It's kind of like a rustic orangey peachy shade, so I'm going to use that in a smaller brush and use this shade to kind of deepen out the outer corner and blend that into the crease. This is definitely going to be more of a red look. I really don't think this is warm neutrals. So far, all these shades are really pigmented and really, really blendable. So I'm going to grab this one and I'm going to apply it in the inner corner to start brightening up the eye. Wow, this is really, really bright. I'm kind of surprised by this. I don't know why. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, but so far all the shades have been really, really like easy to work with. So that looks really pretty. I'm gonna grab this like gold shade and maybe with my finger, I'm gonna mix it with this one as well. I feel like you can't tell that I have a shimmer on my eye, and that's a problem. It almost looks like a matte shade, and that's a problem. So I'm gonna put this on the other eye, but I will go in with a wet brush just to give it more of a chance. I mean, it looks pretty, but this is definitely not what I'm looking for when I do want like a shimmer shade. So that's weird. I will say though, everything was going fine until these shimmer shades, so let's just keep going. I guess I'm gonna grab this like maroon shade. It's the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm gonna use it to kind of deepen out this outer corner. And now I'm just building it, and then with no excess product, I'm just gonna grab that smaller brush and kind of blend it out. And then I am gonna go back into that transition shade, and I'm just going to blow that out on my lower lash line. Keep it nice and simple. I have thoughts. Okay, so my thoughts on this is, it is a little bit pricey for me, especially with the amount of quality we have at the drugstore for lower price for eyeshadow. I will say though, if you like these colors and you wear more natural makeup, or if you're a beginner, I do think you're gonna like this. I think the mattes and the shimmers are so beginner friendly. I actually really enjoy the matte formula. It's definitely a softer formula, but it does add that pigment, and it's super blendable, and it blends really nicely with all the other colors. And like I said, the shimmers add a little bit of glimmer, but it's not gonna be like glittery or anything like that. So if you're more into like a low-key, toned down, easy to use palette with neutrals, again, I wouldn't say they're warm neutrals, just neutrals in general, I do think you would like it. But for me personally, I don't think I would reach a lot for this palette. So for eyeliner, I'm gonna be using my favorite brown eyeliner. This is the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner. Again, I do have it in shade brown. This is gonna be a liquid waterproof eyeliner that has a brush tip, which is my favorite. I love this formula, and I think this is awesome. Just make sure you don't get it confused with the Epic Ink Wear eyeliner. Just make sure it's this one, because there's another one that has a similar name, and it's so bad. It's so bad. Oof. I did not mean to make the wings this thick, but you know how it goes. This is a great eyeliner. It's definitely one of my favorite products. So while we let this eyeliner dry, I'm quickly gonna fill in my eyebrows. So again, we're gonna be using one of my holy grail products. This is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen, and I do use the shade Espresso. This is awesome. It's such a nice formula. It's pigmented enough to give you those brow hair strokes, but it's also just super nice because it's not overly pigmented, and it lasts all day, and it's super easy to use. Again, this is also going to be a brush tip, and it's really, really nice and pointy. You know when you like finally get to the point of your life where you perfect your eyebrow routine and it just makes everything better? This is mine. So I'm gonna quickly curl my lashes, and we're gonna add some mascara. So for mascara, we're gonna be using one that I actually really like. This is the NYX On The Rise Volume Lift Mascara. The brush is very interesting. It's definitely like super spiky and silicone-y. This is what it looks like. I really like it. I will say, I do think it gives more length and separation than volume. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 coats on each eye to show you guys what it looks like. Wow. I totally forgot how much I love this mascara. I mean, look. Be careful though, because it can get a little bit spidery, and if you don't like that look, just letting you guys know, but it honestly looks like I'm wearing fake lashes. Obviously, you guys know that I do wear an eyelash serum that makes my lashes long, but I will say this mascara is really nice. It gives you so much separation and length, and I guess it does give you volume, and it does keep your lashes nice and lifted. So if you are looking for a new mascara that you haven't tried at the drugstore and you like super spiky like rubber ones, I do think you're gonna love this. Alright, so moving on to highlight, I'm gonna use one of my favorite highlighters. I don't like very many highlighters, but this is one that I really do like. This is the NYX High Glass Illuminating Powder, and this is in the shade 02 Daytime Glow. This is very interesting. It almost reminds me of like the ColourPop Super Shock shadow formula, because it's like a powder that's, I mean, I don't think it's a powder. Is it called powder? It's called illuminating powder, but to be honest, feels like a cream, and it's so pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on my cheeks, my nose, and my inner corners. Because it is kind of like a cream, I mean, it feels like a cream, but it's called powder. You can really blend it and melt it into the skin, and so that's why I really like it. I don't like having just like a chunk of highlight on my face. See how pretty? Like, even though it is very blinding, because of that creamy texture, it really melts into the skin. And so for more like dramatic highlights, this is definitely my go-to. It's gorgeous. We're illuminated. So for lips, I did buy a lip product that I haven't tried, but I don't know, this shade might be a little bit bright, so if that doesn't work, I do have another couple products. So first, let's just try it out and see how it looks. So this is the NYX Dazed and Diffused Blurring Lipstick in the shade Killin' It. So it's more of like a chubby stick, and it does come with a little like brush. So it's supposed to be like a lip liner as well as a lipstick. I'm not loving the shade with the look that we have going on right now, but I will say that formula is so pigmented, so creamy. Right now, it definitely looks satin. It's not like overly creamy like a lipstick. It's definitely like an in-between of a lipstick and a lip liner, which I really like. This is very pigmented. It looks really pretty. I'm actually pretty surprised by this, and I really do like this brush as well. So that is a win in my book. That looks so pretty. I am going to take it off just to show you guys another lip combo, but this was a thumbs up for me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural, and I am going to go ahead and overline my lips. And then for the actual lipstick, I'm going to be using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Rome. This is a little bit of a darker tone, so I'm just going to dot it and then rub it in with my fingers to keep it a little bit lighter. Okay, so for the last product, I kind of wanted to show you guys something. I know that not a lot of us like to go through our makeup and really just throw away what's expired. And to be honest, I hadn't looked in my setting spray drawer in a while. And I just wanted to show you guys because I feel like a lot of setting sprays don't come in clear bottles. I wanted to use my NYX Bear It With Me Cannabis Sativa setting spray because it's really nice. Haven't used it in a long time, and I just wanted to show you guys a little reminder. This setting spray is not supposed to be yellow, so it's definitely expired. So obviously I won't be able to use this today, but I just wanted to show you guys that even if they still smell fine and they work fine, a lot of setting sprays, like I said, don't have clear packaging, and so you wouldn't know that you're spraying just like yellow setting spray. I mean, it literally looks like pee. So I just wanted to show you guys. I wanted to teach you guys a lesson about just throwing away old makeup. For the setting spray, I'm going to use something very similar, which is the Physicians Formula, the Essence of Healthy Toner and Setting Spray. I really like this spray because it doesn't add dewiness, it doesn't mattify, it really just melts everything together, and it's kind of like the Bear With Me by NYX. Can you guys believe that we made this foundation shade work? Listen, I knew we would make it work, but it was getting a little bit questionable for a moment. So let me look at my face real quick. I am very surprised at how much I really love this foundation. I tend to stay away, like I said, from very high coverage foundations because a lot of them are not lightweight, but this really is lightweight and it looks so beautiful. Hey guys, so I wasn't planning on doing a wear test video or anything like that, but I'm about to take off my makeup and it is 10 p.m. I did film the video at 4 p.m. So I just wanted to show you guys kind of a 6-hour wear because I actually am very impressed by this foundation. It's giving me more like L'Oreal Infallible vibes, which is like a thin formula with a lot of coverage and kind of like a satin to matte finish. I know it claims to be matte, but I feel like with the right primer, it doesn't get that matte. As you can see, I still have a little bit of glow to my skin, but I really like this and I'm for sure gonna go get my correct shade because it looks amazing. I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. Like always, I will link everything that I use down below. Happy New Year. Thank you guys so much for joining me in another year of beauty videos. Comment down below what you guys want to see. I've seen that I have a lot of new subscribers, so comment down below what you guys want to see. And if you're still watching, comment down the pink hearts emoji. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.